So thank you guys for coming. Hope you're sticking around for cocktail hour and dinner, because that's going to be fabulous. And now I want to introduce you to the better Patrick standing up here, Dr. Huber from UC Davis.
Thanks, Patrick. I'm not sure if this is on.
Yeah, it's on.
It's on, okay. Yes, thanks everyone for coming. This is a great turnout. This is exciting. I know it's a busy time for producers to show up, so thank you for taking the time to come to Sacramento. I know it's a busy budget season. Government folks, thanks for coming, and for everyone else. So I'm Patrick Huber. I'm a researcher at UC Davis. I am the lead on the project that you're going to hear more about. I'm here joined with Michael Dimmick and Doris Meyer from Roots of Change and Courtney Riggle from Icy Foods. I'm going to take you through a few minutes of what's going on today, and then we'll get into it. So, the goals for the day, why we're all here. We started this project about a year and a half ago, and we're interested in either building new or augmenting existing local and regional meat supply chains of high quality meat from Northern California and get them to consumers around the state. And that was the broad goal. There's different phases. Oh, good call. So we've outlined some different phases, and the first thing that we're focusing on is looking at the University of California as one large potential buyer. And so we're trying to see how we can augment the meat flow from the producers to the 10 campuses and 5 medical centers that UC runs. And so we're here to facilitate that conversation. We're here to build relationships along that supply chain today and moving into the future. We're going to spend the second half of the meeting today brainstorming about the numerous challenges that we kind of face to be able to do something like this. And Michael's going to talk a lot more about that in a little while. And we're hoping to come out of here with some individuals or organizations that are interested in playing a leadership role to help organize this on a regional level as we move forward over the next year or two. So let's just take a quick look at the overview of the day. First and foremost, this is a packed schedule, so we don't have any scheduled breaks. So bio breaks, just get up and go. It's just right around the corner there. You're not interrupting, just whenever you need to. What we're going to do first is get acquainted with each other a little bit, although I've already heard a lot of conversations going on. We're going to do a little bit of an icebreaker, getting to know folks. Then we're going to go into sharing some information. So we're going to have a couple panels here with discussions about different aspects of the larger context and some of the issues that we want to address. One of the questions that will come up is these regions that you see. So those are based on a new statewide initiative, the Community Economic Resilience Fund, or SERF. And this is coming out of COVID, and it's looking at economic stimulus to different sectors of the California economy. So the state is broken up into 13 different regions, 6 or 7 of which are represented here. We know that agricultural production is emerging as one of the themes, and specifically meat production. And so we're using that as kind of an organizing principle, and we would encourage producers and processors, buyers who aren't into this process yet to look into it and get involved. There's going to be funding and other sorts of opportunities coming down to help build out some of the things that we need to bring a reality to what we're talking about. And then finally, we're going to go into some breakout sessions. Again, Michael's going to go over that, but we're going to look at some of the challenges facing us and the opportunities for addressing them. And then, probably most importantly, we're going to taste meat that some of you have provided and that the chefs around here are cooking up, and enjoy the regenerative meat that we're talking about. So, getting acquainted. Let's just do a quick look at who's in the room. So raise your hand if you are a producer. Great. It's a great turnout. How about processor? Any processors in the room? Yeah. All right. How about buyers or potential buyers? Great. How about government, either state or federal government folks? Okay, good. How about nonprofits or other interested parties, other allies here? Great. And then you've kind of met our team already. Am I missing anyone? What's that? Certifiers. I kind of lumped them into the previous one. All right, Leo. Okay. So we're going to move into a quick icebreaker. We got an icebreaker question that's kind of food-focused, and that's what's the strangest thing that's either in your freezer or has been in your freezer. So you talk to someone, one of your neighbors that you don't know, introduce yourself, get some information. I imagine with the producers in the room, we're going to have some interesting answers. Just to get the juices flowing a little bit, my answer is way many years ago, before I started grad school, decades ago, I was working on a project with Utah prairie dogs out in southwest Utah, an endangered species. And so when we found a dead one, we would have to save it and turn it into the BLM. So we had about 4 or 5 of these guys in our freezer. My parents came for a visit. My mom came to fix a drink, and there was a bit of a scream in the kitchen, but she recovered, got her drink. So that's my strange freezer story. So why don't we take a couple minutes, do that. We'll hear back from 1 or 2 of you that found out something very strange in a freezer, and then we'll move on.